Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this in the world. I hope you guys are doing okay. So today we're going to be addressing some comments on Twitter that I wanted to show to you guys and have a discussion about, and it is in relation to Mortal Kombat, and one of them is in relation to Tekken. They're both tweets that I thought were quite interesting. One, because I think this individual is shilling for NRS and Mortal Kombat, and the other one is just because I think it'd be a good topic of discussion and really to give my thoughts on why I might comment on some things or make certain videos. So the first one is going to be from an individual called Brunt. He's a Mortal Kombat player in the United States. I was told that he is Pig of the Hut, although I can't actually see that anywhere on his profile, although to be fair I didn't look for too long. I just wanted to address these tweets. I hope NRS is writing down on a list every single NRS content creator, top player that bashes their game incessantly, makes negative YouTube videos, and especially the ones that follow in the trends to do so for views. Hope their names are remembered next time opportunities come. And I found this to be very interesting. So I'm going to go on to some other tweets in a moment, but I'm going to address this one first. Now, first of all, if you ever wanted proof that somebody is bought and sold by a company, that is it. I am not interested in any opportunities that might come up from NRS or any other company if I feel a certain type of way towards the game and they can't be adults about it and understand that I am offering some constructive criticism whether they agree with it or not. I don't make videos just randomly bashing Mortal Kombat. Usually when I make the videos, I'll try to add some reasoning behind it or why I feel that way or some solutions. You may not agree with them, we may disagree on them, there might be a bit of nuance that we can explore, maybe my ideas are not as fleshed out as I thought. I can accept all of that, but what I won't do is I'm not going to keep my mouth shut in the hopes that NRS is going to line my pockets, fly me out to a particular place, or give me the game for free. I've managed to carve out a life for myself outside of YouTube and outside of games. I do this because I like talking about them. I like having conversation about them. I grew up on Mortal Kombat and I'd like to see it return to its glory days. I know those days are far removed, but that is the point of my videos. But what this tweet tells me is that no matter what NRS does, this individual, this Brandt individual, will not speak negatively about the game because they are worried about a handout. They're worried about an opportunity. I mean, what else are you going to pull from that tweet? You will not speak against NRS because you want opportunities. Now, I have been very reluctant to call people shills. People like Ketchup and Mustard have been accused of being shills before. People like Foxy have accused of being shills before. People like Sikander, for example. All of those people, I do not believe to be shills. And so I have very rarely thrown that word around, if at all. I can't remember a time that I did throw it around, although I know it's been thrown around quite a lot. This individual, in my opinion, is an NRS shill. This is what a shill looks like. The only reason that I would keep my mouth shut for Mortal Kombat's sake is if I was either on their payroll or, as he said, looking for opportunities. Now let me be clear, let me say this in 4K for you. I am not looking for handouts from any company. If Warner Brothers or NRS said, hey Mike, we want to fly you out to play this game, I would say sure, no problem, why not? But if they say to me, hey Mike, we want to fly you out to play this game, on the basis that you stop critiquing Mortal Kombat 1, I'm going to tell them, keep your offer. I am not interested in suckling at the teat of any developer or any gaming studio if the idea is that they're going to shut me up. Now, like I said, you don't have to agree with my points, you don't even have to like me. But one thing I'm not going to do is kowtow to any developer where I feel like they've done us dirty. And I do believe NRS and Warner Brothers did us dirty with Mortal Kombat 1. Not just in bad business practices, but in the fact that this game was clearly rushed and it's been patched to death and it still isn't even in a fully workable state. There's still no King of the Hill crossplay and it's still pretty much a bare bones game. That's my opinion. Again, you don't have to like it, but it is what it is. Ketchup then said, critical talk is important, especially from those that have an audience that want their honest opinion. As long as the criticism is constructive and respectful, I don't see any issue personally. And I couldn't agree with that more. Now, I've always said to people that if you like Mortal Kombat 1 and you want to play it, by all means go ahead. My videos are not stopping you from enjoying the game. If you genuinely enjoy the game, go and play it. I mean, you guys have seen Foxy and Sikander on my channel and they both enjoy Mortal Kombat 1. Yes, they've both been critical of it and they probably both want to see it do better, but Sikander especially enjoys the game. Now, me and him are cool. We don't agree on the state of Mortal Kombat 1, but we're cool, we're respectful. I can have a conversation with him without him getting butthurt. Me talking about what I don't like about the game does not stop you from enjoying it. You don't have to click on my YouTube videos. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to pay them any attention. I would implore you to use your time more wisely than watching people that upset your precious little game. I'll give you an example. One of my favorite games of all time is Shadow of the Colossus. I absolutely love that game. I've played it to death. I've played it 100 times. I bought every version of it. Can't get enough of that game. If people started making videos about it on YouTube saying it's a shit game, they don't like it, this, that and the other, do you think my opinion of the game is going to change? Do you think that I'm going to suddenly get irate as if my experience has been hindered by the opinions of some no-name people? Because that is really what I am to you and to everybody else that is annoyed that I make Mortal Kombat 1 videos. I'm a no-name person. You'll probably never meet me, and if you do, it really doesn't make any difference. It's my opinion. You can sit in your house and you can play the game and enjoy it. You don't have to interact with any of these videos. You don't have to interact with anybody that is upset with Mortal Kombat 1. It does not impede your experience of the game. If I make 10 videos today and upload every single one, your time with Mortal Kombat doesn't change. Now, you're more than welcome to engage with me. You're more than welcome to push ideas and try to push back on some of my ideas. I'm all for that. I'm happy to have debates. I enjoy debates. But what I'll never understand is just riding through a game for the sake of it. Lightforce Sword says, respectfully disagree. Freedom of expression makes games better. Whether you find the negativity distasteful or not, Mike Holler's videos about counter hits is great. Nerfing characters until they're one-dimensional storm cell machines is not the direction anyone wants. And then Brant replies, Mike Holler should move on. This is where I find people like this irritating. This is something I actually find irritating. What does it do to you if I decide to not move on? Are you going to pay me to move on? Is there an opportunity waiting for me if I move on? I don't understand people like this. What is wrong with someone critiquing the game? I don't sit in front of the camera and say nothing for 5 minutes and then randomly start throwing insults and make clickbait titles about things that make no sense. Because there's some people that do that. If there is a specific title, then that's what the video is about, and that's what I try to critique. And that comes down to members of the community as well, me giving my opinion. Again, if you don't like it, you can move on. I mean, there's a backspace button on the YouTube tab. You can press it. You don't have to click on my video. If people spent their money on it, then they have the right to either praise or criticize the game. Brant says, if said people had a brain, they say they don't like it and kindly love the fuck on... What? If said people had a brain, they say they don't like it and kindly love the... oh, bro. Reword that. Weirdos are the ones who stick around and bitch incessantly. There's nothing weird about critiquing things. People do this all the time. There's a whole subsection of YouTube that is dedicated to critiquing things. It's just like movie critics. Movie critics will go to the cinema, they'll pay their hard-earned money to watch a film, and they'll critique it any way they see fit. There's absolutely nothing weird about that. What's weird is a grown man would be enjoying himself on a game, go onto YouTube, see people not enjoying the game that he likes, and get upset about it. That's what's weird. It's extremely unintelligent to continue to bash a game you don't like. There's a far quicker way to solve this. Move on. I can't explain this any better. Yes, you can. It's fine to not like the game, but if you don't, move on because nobody cares. Well, I mean, that's simply not true. People obviously do care. That's why people are watching my videos, and that's why people are watching the videos of all of the creators that are being critical of Mortal Kombat. I don't know what planet you're living on. Clearly you need glasses because people do care. This is a ongoing discussion with Mortal Kombat, and just for the record, because clearly this guy hasn't been on my channel and someone probably spoke to him about me, I talk about all sorts of things. There's not just fighting games that are on my mind when it comes to gaming. I like to talk about some of the politics involved in games, some of the discussion around Sweet Baby Inc., some of the discussion that is going to be surrounding Korean games. Whatever's on my mind is what I post on my channel, and this is nothing new. I just stopped posting for 2 years anything regarding topics around games, and I just started posting gameplay because I had a lot of responsibilities. So this isn't anything that's new to me. What I find weird here is that Brant seems like a grown man. That's what it appears to me anyway. He looks like a grown man to me, and so he should understand that the only way you really see change when companies or corporations or people are not listening to you is when you voice your opinion. It has been that way since the dawn of time. It does not solve it to just move on. I mean, what Brant doesn't seem to understand here is that people can be fans of franchises and be disappointed in iterations. Let me repeat that for you because maybe you don't understand. You can be a fan of something, like you can be a fan of the WWE and you can be upset at the current product. That doesn't mean that you dislike wrestling as a whole. And so would you say to the wrestling channels on YouTube, if they are dissatisfied with AEW or WWE or TNA or any wrestling promotion, they should just shut their mouths? I mean, that's the point in having freedom of speech, and that's the point of YouTube giving us a platform to voice our opinions. If we don't like something, we can talk about it. Now, NRS sold me a half-baked product, even if they have patched it. I paid for the premium edition like an idiot, like everybody else did, and they sold us a half-baked product. Why should we keep our mouth shut? Is somebody paying you to say this? What do you get out of telling people to move on? I don't understand. If I don't move on, does that stop you from playing the game? Why is NRS inherently owed good press if people are dissatisfied with the product? He says, move the F on if you don't like it. I played Mortal Kombat DC for a month, MK11 for 3 months, I moved on. This is the best since 9. Why are people obsessed with following the trends of negativity? Alright, I'm gonna address that trends thing because this is something some other clowns on YouTube have said. But what I'm going to address first is move the F on part. I played MK. Okay, you played MKDC for a month. Do you want a medal? Are you the captain? I'm sorry, are you my dad? Should everyone take direction from you? You can play it for a day. I couldn't give less of a fuck. Do whatever you want. Do whatever pleases you. If I want to play MK11 for a year, which is what I did before I started really to rip into it, then that's up to me. If you don't want to waste your time on something, because that's what it would be at that point, that would be wasting time, then you move on. Why are you concerned with what other people are doing? I'm sorry, are you sitting there playing Mortal Kombat getting upset because I don't like the game or other YouTubers don't like the game? Because that's pretty sad and that is pretty weird. Also, if you think it's the best one since 9, no problem. It's subjective. You understand that, right? This is subjective. Just like I post my opinions, right? It's an opinion piece, not a fact piece. It's an opinion piece, and so it's subjective as well. You understand that, right, brunt? And on the topic of trends, let me show something to you. Mortal Kombat 1 released globally on the PlayStation 5 on the 19th of September, but I actually had it on the 14th because I got the Premium Collector's Edition. My first rant video on Mortal Kombat 1 was posted on the 24th of October, a month after the game came out. So when you want to talk about trends, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You clearly ain't talking about me. You must be talking about someone else. I was a month into this game and I'd had enough of it. Now, I will openly admit, when I first played this game, for the first week, I was very positive on it. But that is likely because MK11 was such a dumpster fire that anything was going to be better. And I do admit, MK1 as a fighting game, I think is better than MK11. Personally, I know not everybody agrees with that. I've seen the Steam numbers. Clearly, not everyone agrees with that. I personally find it more enjoyable. That's not saying much considering MK11 was as down bad can get. Now, everyone likes to say this. It's become a popular thing. Oh, you're jumping on the trend of Mortal Kombat 1 hate. As far as I could see, a month into the game, there wasn't much hate going on for Mortal Kombat. Now, I need to stress to you, in the first week of this game coming out, I was enjoying myself. And I shit you not, I woke up one morning and I decided, let me sit down and explore this properly because I've played story mode. I was open in saying I enjoyed the first 10 chapters, but the 5 chapters remaining I thought were dog water, with the ending being shambolic. I thought Invasion sucked, but I was quite satisfied with the gameplay. Then I sat down after a week because if you go back and look at my channel, you'll see that I was at Comic Con, I was traveling around, and I was like, let me play this properly. I've had it for a week, I've had good fun, let me sit down and explore this game properly. And that is when I started being like, okay, it's the same dog water as it was last time. It's not as bad dog water, but it's the same dog water. And that is when I started formulating my opinions. And then 3 weeks later, when I had time away from work, is when I published my video. So this whole, oh, everyone's jumping on a trend. No, mate, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but I think people have eyes and they have ears and they listen to what the Kombat cast was saying to us. They read what people were saying on Twitter with regards to the team at Mortal Kombat. They heard the promises. Then they played the game and they were like, 2 and 2s, it's not adding up. I'm not getting 4. And then they started posting their videos. Everyone's videos started sort of coming at the same time. Now, if you wanted to say people are posting videos now to capitalize, maybe. But I know you ain't talking to me and I know you ain't talking to plenty of other YouTubers. I would encourage people that were negatively critiquing this game early on to post the evidence of them talking about it early on, because people like Brant seem to think that it's just for views or whatever. I mean, on the topic of views, YouTube's not paying bills around here, okay? Like, I have 8,000 subscribers and yes, the views on my videos are going up and I'm loving the interaction with the community. But all of these people that are like, oh, they're doing it to like pay the bills, to keep the lights on at home. I'm sorry, clearly you lot are not from London. The cost of living crisis here is insane. I've already been open in saying I work 2 jobs, and that's sometimes why my videos come out very, very late. That's sometimes why I might skip a day. And that is also why when people said to me, can you do extra content here and we'll pay for it in the membership? I said to them, no, I can't do that because I simply do not have the time. YouTube is not keeping the lights on at home. If I quit my jobs today and relied on YouTube, I'll be on the streets by tomorrow. So let's just dispel that nonsense, because people love saying that. If videos are on my channel, they're on there because I want them to be on there, regardless of viewership. And again, I could talk about Mortal Kombat all day. There are some YouTubers that only talk about Mortal Kombat, but again, if you took 2 seconds to look at my channel, I talk about whatever I want to talk about on the day. Whether that be Sweet Baby Inc., whether that be Stellar Blade, whether that be Tekken, whether that be Mortal Kombat. Hell, I might talk about Street Fighter when Akuma drops. I spoke about Pokemon, I spoke about Crunchyroll. I'll speak about whatever I want. Now today we're speaking about this because you decide to post some tomfoolery to your Twitter, but I digress. Dr. Drax says, I get it, but the game is arse. NRS knows how bad it is. They made it. Brant replies saying, I love it, and most people posting negatively about it are still playing it, which is dumb. Now there is some truth to that. I have seen people that bash Mortal Kombat heavily and they still play it. I know he's not talking about me because I'm clearly not one of those most people. As a matter of fact, one of the points that I made in my videos was to play Tekken whilst talking about Mortal Kombat, to drive home the fact that whilst I do like talking about the subject, and I've been open in saying I do like discussing things, that's what I like doing on YouTube, that's what I do on my second channel, I discuss things. I'm not going to play the game because I think it's shit. Now, if you think it's good and you love the game, great, you bought something and you're satisfied with it. But loads of other people, thousands of other people are not satisfied with it. Dare I say millions? I don't know at this point, but we know this is a growing number and a growing sentiment towards Mortal Kombat. I also had a message from this MK11 Jokes. I don't know who this individual is. I posted a message and I think I posted it in the wrong place. I have only really just come back to Twitter, so when I saw the thread, I saw the most names. So I was like, if I post it there, then the most people will see it. Clearly it was the wrong place to post it, so that's my bad. This individual then messaged me saying, I'd like to have a productive conversation with you and all, but after waking up to a 3-part stay mad hater ass reply delivered to the wrong people in the thread, which happened because you yourself had just woke up. I agree you should move on. The only thing Bam said about you. Just to give you guys some context, I'll let you guys know what I said. I said to him, well, luckily for me, I make money off YouTube and away from NRS and other developers, so I don't need to suck up to anyone. I can speak openly. Sounds like you're waiting for a handout from them, otherwise why would you care about the opinions of someone so much? Are you on payroll? Then I said, and if you looked at my videos, I don't needlessly bash it. I criticize things and try to bring up solutions. The only way things change when you're not satisfied is if you speak up. NRS can add me to a list. Like I said, I don't rely on YouTube or them to pay my bills. At least we know you'd never truly be honest since you're looking for handouts. You can disagree with me, which is fine because everyone's got opinions, but bringing up opportunities basically tells me that no matter how bad they make the game, you will never be honest. Now, I think those are pretty fair responses considering his original post was about them adding me to a list or other YouTubers to a list because we're negatively critiquing their game and we're letting them know that they fucked up. Again, I'm not here for handouts. I'm not here to kiss ass to anyone. I could care less what these developers think of me. I could really care less. What I care about is the people that comment on my video, the people that come back here to hear what I have to say honestly. I care about their opinions. At the end of the day, these are the people I'm interacting with. These are the people in my Discord. These are the people that I'll play with on PlayStation. These are the people that I make the content for. I don't necessarily make content for people like you. You're happy with the game, so jog on. This ain't the place for you. Now, back to this MK11 Jokes guy. For him to say that is just a stay mad hater reply, I don't think so. I clearly outlined what the issue was here. And if the reasoning is that I posted it in the wrong place and that's why you don't want to speak, then fair enough. I don't really care either way. I then said to him, I don't know who you are or why you'd want to have a conversation with me, but I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Thanks for the advice. And I would say that to anyone. And like I said, my comment section is always open, so you're more than welcome to spam it in the comment section as far as I'm concerned. But it needs to be known that I will stop talking about something when I feel like I should stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop talking about it if some stranger on the internet tells me to move on. You can say as much as you want. Look, I'd implore you, say it as much as you want. Waste your time. It's not going to happen. If anyone knows me, I don't give in to peer pressure. So even if I got 1,000 negative comments saying don't speak about it, if I want to speak about it, that is what's going to happen. And B, it's a waste of your time. He then said to me, I didn't really know who you were till like last night. I don't know what actually happened last night because everyone's saying, oh, they heard about me last night. So I don't know exactly what happened. But anyway, but reason I'd like to is because you get so close with some ideas on paper and then just veer off road with them. And I'd maybe like to put some into perspective. But if you're suddenly anti-constructive criticism, that's cool. Now, nowhere in my response did I say that I'm anti-constructive criticism. He clearly said to me, move on. So that's what I plan on doing. I said to him, listen, thanks for the advice, but no thank you. And that was it. But if you want to have a conversation about Mortal Kombat and you want it to be on the channel, I'm more than happy to set something up. I don't know where you heard about my name, but if there is an individual that is speaking about me and a group of people want to get together to have a discussion, whether you like me or hate me, I don't personally care. I will talk about Mortal Kombat and maybe you do have suggestions that I'll be like, oh, okay, I went a little bit off the road here. I like that. That's a better suggestion. I'm open to that. But don't start telling me what to do with content on my channel. That's a conversation that is not going to be entertained. And so I wanted to show that to you guys because I did find it interesting. Now, there are content creators on this website that I don't like either. I don't think there's any secret that me and Fate don't get on very well. And whilst I don't like Fate and I don't like the moderators in his Discord, I wouldn't tell them what to do with their channels. I might say to them, it doesn't really make sense that you're critiquing Mortal Kombat so heavily and so why are you playing it? But I won't say to them, don't play it. I don't want to see you playing it, or move on. That doesn't make any sense. Those people, whether we agree or disagree, they are free to do as they please. And I encourage everyone, do as you please. But all of this, why are you talking about it? Why are you doing this? Why are you talking to me? You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm talking about it because I like talking on YouTube. That's what I like doing. If you look at my other channel, that's all we do on there. All we do is talk. And so I don't feel like making other content. I like to be critical of things, and this is clearly what people like watching on my channel. People don't like watching me just play games. They want to hear my voice. They've told me that before. Not everybody. Some people don't like my voice. Some people can't stand me, and that's fine as well. But my content is here for the people that want to watch it. I mean, the whole reason that YouTubers make content is so people can watch it. So why would I make something that people don't want to watch? And that moves me on to my next point, and that is from Emery Reigns. Now, I don't know if Emery directed this at me. I'm not entirely sure. It was sent over to me, and whilst I enjoy Emery's content, I'll just respond to it anyway. But again, this is not like an attack on Emery or anything like that. It's simply because I found this quite interesting, because it says I can't understand in the screenshot. So I want to add some clarity to it, because it is something that I do. So if Emery wasn't talking about me, that's fine, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. It says in the tweet, I can't understand fighting game content creators who only care about discussing affairs of others in 95% of their videos. What happened to gameplay and tech videos? Videos on how to improve or learn matchups. Gumball47 is banned from Tekken 8. Like, okay, you're going to play the game now? Now, the reason it was sent to me is because of that part. That sounds like it's in reference to low tier God. So I'll give some clarity to this. The reason that I'm not doing gameplay and tech videos is because I'm not particularly good at any of these games. I can get by. I look good to people on YouTube, and I can beat your Joe Schmo, but I'm not a pro player. I'm not a architect of Tekken. I'm not somebody that knows the ins and outs of everything. I know a fair amount. I can beat casuals. I can even beat intermediate players. But if you're going through tech videos, why would you come and listen to me? I've already been open and telling people I don't even read frame data. I literally play off feel. So when people come and ask me, how do I do this on Tekken? How do I do that? Sometimes I don't even remember the notations. You have to put the controller in my hand. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, it's up, forward, X or some shit like that. So why would I provide content to people when A, they're not going to be interested in hearing what I have to say because I'm not the most knowledgeable person? Why would somebody come and watch gameplay or tech videos about Feng Wei when you can go to Kokoma or Ni or Joker? They're not going to come and watch gameplay tech videos from me on Leroy if they can go to King J or one of those other players who actually know what they're talking about. So why would I provide videos like that? That makes no sense whatsoever. Now, I don't know how good Emery is, but if that's something that he does, then more power to him. I have a lot of knowledge on Mortal Kombat, and I have a fair amount of knowledge on Tekken, and those are the games that I'm interested in right now. But if you look at my channel and you look over the history of my channel, I started gaining subscribers when I was talking about The Last of Us. I started talking about Mortal Kombat 11 when I got dissatisfied with it, and then I started talking about loads of other things. I started talking about Dr. Disrespect and the Smash Bros community when the whole pedophilia thing was going on. I move around a lot in the gaming community. I get very bored of things very quickly, and so I like to talk about loads of different things. I mean, gamers don't just play one type of game. Maybe you do. Maybe you're just a fighting game content creator. For the time being, I'm very happy talking about Tekken and Mortal Kombat. That could change overnight. I'm also very happy talking about the controversies going on right now with the Western gaming landscape. It's whatever I feel and whatever I want to talk about. I'm not going to provide content when people don't want to watch it. I mean, when I was posting gameplay videos, sometimes they'd get a couple thousand views, but for the most part, nobody was watching. So why would I post them? It makes no sense. You post videos to be watched, and moreover, I didn't even enjoy posting those videos. There was no passion, there was no love there. It was literally just me playing games and uploading it. I like talking to people. I like interacting with people. Somebody criticized me the other day saying, you're always in your comment section talking to people. And I'm like, well, yeah, if I talk on here, and that is the basis of my channel, but I'm not talking to anybody. So when people reply, they get no response from me. I'm literally shouting into an echo chamber. So why would I do that? I understand if you don't reply back to your comment section if it's just gameplay videos, but the purpose of my channel is to interact with people. That's why I'm quick to reply to people on Discord. I'm quick to reply to people on Instagram because I like talking with people. If people haven't picked up on that yet, I don't know what to tell them. And then the last part, they're saying like, okay, you're gonna play the game now. I mean, you can see me playing the game there. I can play the game and do commentary at the same time. It's really not hard to understand. Now again, this is not like any hate at Emery. I don't know who he directed this at. It looks like it was directed at one of my videos, but even if it wasn't, I do think it's good to bring it up. I think if you are playing fighting games, if you're in the fighting game community or you're associated with it, but you don't particularly just want to post fighting game gameplay or tech, do whatever you want. Don't let people pressure you into posting videos on how to improve matchups. I mean, first of all, those videos to me are boring. I don't like watching them. If I want to watch somebody, I go to the very best player. And I know I'm not even close to being the best player with Feng Wei on Tekken. I know there's probably 100 Feng Weis in the UK alone that could probably beat my ass. I just enjoy playing the game. As you can see there, my rank is not particularly high right now because I got all the way to Tekken King. I was one match away and I got demoted, and I've been on a demoted streak ever since. So I'm not the guy you want to go to for these things. I like discussing affairs in the community. I like discussing affairs in the wider gaming community, whether that be Helldivers, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, what's going on, Sweet Baby Yank, Stellar Blade, whatever it might be. So I hope that has answered the question. But again, if anybody wants to message me, if anybody wants to have open discourse on the channel, I'm more than happy to. I'm not one of these people that indirects. If I have a video to make, I'm going to say your name and we can talk about it like grown men, or you know, we can just, or we cannot, you know. It is what it is. But anyways guys, that's all for today. That's all I really wanted to say. I'm going to continue posting Mortal Kombat videos when I feel. Currently there's nothing to really talk about with it. There's been no updates. I am working on a video right now of the kind of Mortal Kombat game that I would like to see. That's more of like a fantasy thing for me. I don't think NRS would ever do something like this, but I'm going to have that on the channel at some point. There's not much going on with Tekken right now. Yeah, they've been doing bans, but there's still a rage quitting situation, and there's only so many times I can scream into the abyss. I don't know if Harada's ever going to fix the problem, but I do have some pretty funny videos coming out soon. At least I think they're funny. Hopefully you guys do too. But until then guys, take care, have a good day, and peace. Quick side note guys, did you see that Sparking Zero gameplay? Oh my god, that game, it is what I've been waiting for. I can guarantee you guys, you're going to see shit in the background on this channel, no doubt. If they are able to pull off an authentic Tenkaichi 4, yo, everything is going on the back burner, including Yakuza and Tekken. I cannot wait. Let me know what you guys thought about Sparking Zero in the comments section below, because when I saw Broly, I almost lost my shit.